Oh, Andy, one of the painters of the hippiest and most colorful artworks I've ever seen. You've seen your soup of cans and funky portrait. Pop art, indeed. Remember the Campbell soup cans? That was Andy. But what do we have here? This is weird. Who hurt this guy that made him create this chillingly weird artwork? Today we're diving into the intriguing world of Andy Warhol and his thought-provoking electric chair series. This artwork sticks out from the others a little bit, but it is still legitimately frightening and should give you the chills. Or should I say, electrifying. Andy Warhol, a trailblazing figure in the world of pop art, often uses artwork to challenge societal norms and perceptions. One of his notable series is the Electric Chair, a collection of paintings that invites us to ponder the darkest aspects of modern culture. The Electric Chair is a series of artworks created by the American artist Andy Warhol. The series was built in the early 1960s and consists of paintings and prints that depict an image of an electric chair. The electric chair was a recurring subject in Warhol's work during this period. These series were a part of his more extensive series, his Death and Disaster series. Let's take a closer look at one of the paintings from this series. Here we have an electric chair painting by Warhol. Notice how the chair is rendered in bold and contrasting colors. The presentation of the image might seem eerie, but it's a deliberate artistic choice. In the series, the vibrant and often garish colors employed by Warhol contrast starkly with the somber subject matter of the electric chair. This paradox creates a tension that deepens the viewer's contemplation. The vivid colors, synonymous with consumerism and commercialism, juxtaposed against an instrument of death, evoke unsettling feelings. This juxtaposition challenges society's tendency to gloss over the darker aspects of life in favor of superficial allure. Warhol's Electric Chair series is often interpreted as a commentary on death, mortality, and the sensationalism of violence in American culture. The repetition of the image, along with Warhol's use of bold colors and graphic compositions, contributes to a sense of detachment and desensitization. The series raises questions about society's fascination with death and the way media and mass production can mediate our understanding of such dark and serious subjects. His repetition of the electric chair prompts us to reflect on the way society becomes desensitized to violence and death. The graphic nature of the image, combined with the vibrant colors, challenges our perceptions and encourages us to question the role of media in shaping our understanding of such heavy subjects. But little do most people know, these paintings have a chilling story behind them. Interested? Here's the story. An interesting story about Andy Warhol's Electric Chair series is that its creation was influenced by a real-life event, a lunch date with curator Henry Geltzaler. We were having lunch one day in the summer at Serendipity on East 60th Street, and he laid the Daily News out on the table. The headline was 129 Die in Jet, and that's what started me on the death series. The car crashes, the disasters, the electric chairs. This was the beginning of what would later be famously known as the Death and Disaster series. But the initial inspiration for the Electric Chair series specifically came from the execution of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, a couple who were convicted of espionage and were executed in the electric chair in 1953. Warhol's fascination with death and his commentary on the media's portrayal of such events inspired the creation of the Electric Chair series. Warhol's use of the electric chair motif can be seen as a response to the controversial execution of the Rosenbergs and the subsequent debate surrounding their guilt and the ethics of their punishment. This real-world event added a layer of personal connection and socio-political commentary to Warhol's exploration of death, media sensationalism, and the desensitization of society. It's important to note that while the series was influenced by this event, Warhol's interpretation and representation of the electric chair became a broader reflection on death and media culture, encompassing themes that went beyond the specific case of the Rosenbergs. At the heart of the Electric Chair series lies Warhol's commentary on the desensitization of society to violence and death, particularly through the lens of mass media. The repetition of the electric chair image across various pieces serves as a visual metaphor for the inundation of violent imagery in the media, which can eventually lead to emotional detachment. Warhol confronts viewers with a stark reality, how exposure to images of violence and death can lead to a numbness that undermines the gravity of such acts. But what makes the painting series more menacing is the political debate surrounding the death sentence in America at the time, particularly New York City. where the final 2 electrocution executions at Sing Sing were scheduled, including those of the Rosenbergs. Warhol, therefore, offers a somber but incredibly moving allegory for death. There are no people in the image at all. In essence, the opus is death exhibiting death, which should resonate with anyone conscious of human mortality. Although the print is remarkable for its visual sobriety and emotional understatement, the emptiness and stillness of the room represent death as absence and silence. Electric Chair also underscores Warhol's fascination with the power of media to shape public perception. During the 1960s, television and newspapers were becoming dominant platforms for information dissemination. Warhol's series can be seen as a response to the media's portrayal of violent events as sensational spectacles. By recontextualizing the electric chair in art, Warhol invites viewers to question the ethics and implications of the media's role in presenting and packaging tragedy for mass consumption. As with much of Warhol's work, the Electric Chair series can be seen as a reflection of his fascination with celebrity, consumer culture, and the impact of mass media on society's perceptions. It's a part of his larger body of work that explores the intersection of art, culture, and commercialism. The legacy of the Electric Chair series endures through its resonance in contemporary art. In an age where social media and digital platforms perpetuate the rapid spread of images, the series remains pertinent. Many contemporary artists have drawn inspiration from Warhol's exploration of the intersection between death, media, and consumer culture, thus further emphasizing the series' lasting impact. His paintings challenge viewers to engage critically with their surroundings and the media they consume. The series encourages discussions about the boundaries of art, the role of artists in commenting on societal issues, and the ethics of sensationalism. The open-mindedness of the series allows for diverse interpretations, sparking conversations on morality, social responsibility, and artistic intent. Andy Warhol's Electric Chair series serves as a multi-layered exploration of death, media, and the complex relationship between art and society. Through repetition, paradox, and visual tension, Warhol prompts viewers to confront their own complicity in desensitization, reevaluate the media's role, and consider the power of art to provoke meaningful discourse. By engaging with the series, audiences are invited to reflect on their own perceptions, values, and the broader implications of the visual culture they consume. As we wrap up our journey through Andy Warhol's Electric Chair series, remember that art has the power to challenge our perceptions, provoke thought, and encourage dialogue about the complex issues of our time. Thanks for joining us on this artistic adventure. Stay curious, keep exploring, and until next time, keep embracing the transformative power of art.